kind of reminded me of the best advice that I ever got about eBay reselling. Hello everybody, welcome back to the cabin. Welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. Thanks for joining us today. You know, I sold nothing, almost nothing of any tremendous value. I think we had a few $25 sales and, one big one pretty really nice sale that I'm happy about. But everything else was fairly low dollar. And we still have $820.99 headed out of here today, which just goes to show, all those people out there that say, hey, you have to do eBay reselling this way, you got to do this, you got to do this. It's all a bunch of noise. It's all relative to your situation. Matter of fact, it kind of reminded me of the best advice that I ever got about eBay reselling, at least as it applies to me in my situation. I'm going to tell you who gave me that advice. I'm going to tell you what the advice is in just a minute. Let's take a look. Back in the good old days, I used to keep a little sheet while I would do some videos, and I would tell you at the end of the day that's not the right mask, what the profit was for the day. And look at this freaky looking like old man mask, weird. And I paid $1 for it and sold for $15 plus shipping, and I would go and I would calculate it out for every sale and I would tell you what my profit is. But I'm pretty sure that I know about what my margins are. I'm going to give you an idea what the profit's going to be for all these low price sales that for most people aren't worth it, but for me are definitely worth it. $15, $1 into $15 plus shipping. You probably remember me picking up this next item down at the Highway 301 sale down there in North Carolina. And this is I just love this stuff. I picked it up. I did a thumbnail about it. You probably know that if you watch the Commonwealth Picker channel. The sex excuse hat. I won't read it all here because there are some kids out there watching, but you probably saw it close enough in the Commonwealth Picker video to get the gist of it. And I saw that hat and I'm like, yeah, I gotta grab it. I can't remember what I paid, y'all. Did I pay $1, $2? Probably $2. I probably would have paid more than that for it because I think it's kind of funny. And I thought, oh, a viewer's going to buy this for sure. As soon as they see the video, a viewer's going to buy it. Well, it didn't even make it to the video. It got bought before the video aired by somebody else. So I think it was $15 plus shipping. So same idea here. $1 into 15 or maybe 2. I don't remember what I paid. Just like you remember me saying with that hat that I love this thing, I gotta buy it. The next thing I did the same thing. I figured it had some value. This little old vintage unicorn here. Unicorns have been popular for a while, but they came back into a super popular phase in the last few years. And this was clearly old. I'm like, man, that thing is awesome. I've got to get that. I knew it would be worth something. I just didn't know what. And it sold for $20 plus shipping pretty quickly. Probably could have put it out there for a little bit more and waited. But you know what? I just love selling this stuff. And it went to a viewer. Went to Michael. He says, thanks again. Another piece for my 1-year-old son, James. Have a similar one from my childhood hanging on the wall. So he says that he's going to miss the no parking sign hanging in the back of the shed. But he's going to enjoy it in his man cave. As always, thank you, Michael, from Valley Forge Antiques, all one word. That's the eBay store, Valley Forge Antiques. Love that name. History teacher, love that name. And you know what? We'll find new things. Like we found that Virginia sign back there. And we'll find new things. And a lot of them are for sale. Some of the things aren't. But I'm hoping to try to make everything hanging in here for sale with some exceptions. Things that I absolutely love that I just don't want to sell. But some of the things, like that's for sale right there. What else is for sale? That's for sale. Yeah, well, a lot of stuff hanging is not for sale, I suppose. I take it back. Anyway, this Bible was for sale, sold for $17. This is one of those freebie Bibles we got. That was $17 for that one, plus shipping. Sold an man, and this was the second highest priced item we sold all day. And we still had a great time selling all kinds of great stuff, still making great profit on these items. Third time was a charm getting one of these. It will go on my eBay desk. Thanks, and we enjoy watching your videos, your family, and the critters. I'm Ohio Rails, one word, Ohio Rails on eBay. Been around since 1997. Assuming, I think it's Pete. Assuming, Pete, you've been around since 1997, you don't necessarily have to get this guy to get things moving out of your eBay store, but I'm sure it's going to help. I hope. 97, that goes way back. Y'all, for those of you who don't know, eBay started in, well, I hope I get this right now that I'm saying it, 95, late 95. And is that right? Early 90s? I think it's late 95. And you hear all the stories. The first, for those of you who don't know, if you've been around reselling a while, you know this, but the first item ever sold on eBay was a broken laser pointer. So there you go, 1995. My senior year of high school. Crazy, crazy stuff. So Pete, we hope he gets things moving for you. Last two items, and then we're going to talk about the best advice ever here. Kavu, did I pronounce that right, y'all? Picked this up at the 127 last year, and it's sold for $18. This is the kind of sale I like. Cheap dollar buy and making a little bit of profit, and super, super duper easy to ship that. You know, I've got all kinds of stuff I got to get the heck out of here. I was taking pictures earlier from that 301, but here's a little bowler for you. This guy right here, the Rambulance, it was in the Crazy 8 set. My boy had it, and I think he might still have it. But we looked up a few things from that set and saw that, man, that thing's selling. And we got it dirt cheap when we bought it for him. And so this thing right here, I saw this when I bought those trains, and I grabbed it because I knew it would sell well. This thing sells for $25, y'all. Little plastic Rambulance from Cars 3. That one's pretty good. If you ever watched Cars 3, the one where they're the Crazy 8 track, where there's like a demolition derby kind of thing. Anyway, there you go. I'm going to put that stuff up. And what else do I have here? Ram Man. That came from, I have the power sale. And that's just amazing basement sale. And this guy doesn't have a ton of value, but he sold for 15 plus shipping. So that's not bad. Not bad at all. And I can't get it to work. What am I doing here? Where's the button? There it is, right there. I just couldn't see it. And that is going to be added to our sale here. I messed it up, but $12 profit, 15 plus shipping, $12 profit, $305 from $220. So we're making a bunch of money and still haven't listed anywhere close to half of it yet. All right, I lied. I said I was going to give you the best advice here that I ever got. But first I want to do something really quick while I have this up on the screen. Matt, Part-Time Pickers, he's just a terrific guy. He's always been so kind to us. Sent us a Titleist hat. Check this out. So I didn't see where you picked this up. I didn't see it in a video, and I watched most of your videos, so I apologize if I missed it. But this is a brand new Titleist hat. That thing looks sweet as can be. And he sent us that. Whenever we get a Titleist hat from anybody, we do a charity auction for one of my old Titleist hats, but we're going to switch it up a little bit. All right, so what I've done is I've grabbed one of Matt's Part-Time Pickers hats. We're going to put that one, we're going to combine it with a couple other things here. We're going to combine it with this hat right here. It's the Trashed Cash hat, but it was bought by AM Pickers, I think it was anyway, at the first Whatnot auction that we did when all these folks were down here for the Route 29 100 mile yard sale. And so it was signed by all of them, he asked. So MD Picker, Trinox Connection, Tim over the years, OBX Picker, Paul Philly Flipper, Leroy Blood Sweat Cell. And we're going to combine that with that hat right there. And we're going to add one more into the mix. We'll add this Titleist hat. I'll sign this one as well. And we'll auction all three off. And all three, the totality of the money here is going to go to a charity. I normally save this stuff to the end of the video because if I start to break down or something, you know, I can just turn it off. But I'm going to divvy it up over the course of this video here. So my name is Jeff. I've been coaching kids for over 27 years. I was diagnosed with ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. And, see what I mean? All right, I'm seated here. Maybe I'll do better. Dave, NC Picker over there on Trash to Cash, they tease me a little bit about this stuff. But hey, it is what it is, right? February 2010, been fighting ALS now for 12 years. February was my 12th year anniversary fighting ALS, which is a phenomenal amount of time for that particular disease. When my doctors told me I had 2 to 5 years to live, they're right. I'm living. I'm beating the odds. That being said, I've been a subscriber on your YouTube channel now for quite some time. Picker and Flipper, both channels. Just, I'm glad you don't listen to the podcast. That's good. And I just wanted to say thank you for everything that you do in the resale community. And then went on to say quite a few other things and gave me some links. And I read about his story and I was just amazed. And hopefully I can put those links in this video description or in a comment or something. And so, Jeff, you know, I get tons of messages all the time. And I really, really do appreciate them. And this one just hit home for many, many reasons. Lou Gehrig was my favorite ball player, for one. And his attitude towards life is just amazing. And it is just, you know, it's something that I wore number 4 because of him. Both of my boys wear number 4 as well because of him. So anyway, we are going to do a fundraiser. And Jeff, I'm out at this point. I'm going to just, you can tell me where to send the money. I think I might just send it to you and have you do it. Your story's amazing in so many ways, and you're a coach, and that's pretty near and dear to my heart as well. So thank you, and thank you, Matt, always for being so generous. And whoever bids on it, you know, don't go crazy on it. Whatever. I don't want people to feel like they have to give because I want something. You know, I want to give. So we'll definitely do something, but. We appreciate you, and we appreciate everybody who takes part in these little charity auctions we do as well. And maybe we can do something down the road, Jeff, as well. So thanks. Took a long time to get to the topic of today's video, which is the best advice I was ever given about reselling. And that is particular to me and not particular to everybody else. So, you know, it depends on what your goals are for reselling. There's a lot of folks listening to my voice right now that are full-time resellers, and practicality has to prevail. You have to make enough to make a living, and being able to do what you want to do and have fun doing it isn't always possible. You have to sell the things that make it, you know, make it possible for you to pay your bills. But for most people, the great majority of people watching, I would suggest something slightly different. If you're doing this, a lot of people are doing it to make extra money, obviously. But it makes it easier to do it long term if you're selling things that you like to sell. If you're hunting down things that you like to hunt down. If you're cleaning things that you hate, you're going to fold. You're going to fold quick. You're going to be like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I see it all the time. Or I'm not selling this anymore. I'm not selling that anymore. I'm not doing. That's a good thing, right? To niche down in a way that is removing things that you don't find to be very fun is a very good idea in my opinion. And I try to do that. You know, I've got all these shoes, and we got that unbelievable shoe buy that's going to make us a ton of money. But it is, I look at them every day. We've listed about half of them, maybe. And I don't even think we've listed that many. And I look at a pile in there, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do it. There's thousands of dollars of profit in that pile, and I don't want to list them. So the best advice I was ever given was twofold by Pete, Craigslist Hunter. And it was done on his channel years ago before he knew who I was. And it was also done at the Reseller Rally last June. He's like, look, you're not going to last long if you're doing something you don't want to do. And I clearly have fun in here. I love doing this YouTube channel. I love reselling. I love garage sales. I can't imagine not doing it. I've been doing it now for over 2 decades, and I've been fortunate enough to do it on my terms, to sell the things that I want to sell. And there's exception, you know, I'll sell things that are a pain in the butt because they make good money. And I've got no problem. I don't mind. I love testing VCRs. I know that sounds really weird. Some people are like, oh, I'm not doing it. I'll buy a VCR for $3 all day long and sell it for $35 because I like it. And that's not for everybody. So I would just say the best advice Pete definitely gave me. And you know what? I've been doing it, like I said, for over 20 years. And God willing, I'll be doing it for 20 years more because I like it. And when you watch his videos, if you haven't watched them, you should. But when you watch his videos, you can tell how happy he is. He's doing what he loves to do. And if you're ever that fortunate to be able to do that financially, it's just an incredible blessing. So thank you, Pete, for always being an inspiration for so many out there. And I just absolutely love reselling, and I'm going to do it my way. And I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you do it your way. This video is on pace for like 3 hours. I'm going to hustle it, see if I can get it whittled down a little bit. $7 plus shipping for Mr. T, the A-Team. Absolutely loved that when I was a kid. Remember going to Universal when I was a kid and watching that little A-Team show they had over there in Southern California. Speaking of California right there, tubular. Awesome. This Cabbage Patch Kid right here, it's an interesting one. It's got that like plastic block shape in the middle. Cabbage Patch Kids are still tough on me. I don't know enough. I know some folks who do though, so that's always helpful. That one sold for $25 plus shipping. And people have told me I'm crazy to sell this kind of stuff. It's not worth your time. I'm like, I'd love it. I'm not going to pass this vintage Rubbermaid koozie thing up. Are you kidding me? Look at that. Look at the colors on that thing. And I sell these coolers all the time. And I'm like, I like to sell those coolers. I like to sell the ones with cool colors. These two Igloo ones as well. $14 plus shipping. I did a discount on this because somebody contacted me. It was a viewer, actually. They're like, I just want 2 things. I don't need them all. Can I do 14? I'm like, you know what? Just take them all. We didn't pay much. We're making a little bit, but somebody's going to enjoy them. He said he reminded him of his childhood. So thank you. And let me go read his eBay name. Thank you for the message, by the way. And the name is Josh. And the store is The Dude VT. Is that Virginia Tech, maybe? Are you from around here? So thanks so much. Those are pretty cool. Hope you enjoy them. Here's an item that took a long time to sell, and it went to a viewer. I was like, really? Are you sure? And like, yeah, it definitely went to a viewer. Went to, I think the name's Misty. So Misty, thank you. And it looks like it's your very, very first purchase on eBay. So that's really cool. And you wrote a very kind message. Thank you so much. And she says, I'm also wanting to purchase a Commonwealth Picker t-shirt, but I can't find where they're at. So keep being awesome. All right, so if Reagan was here, she would tell you where they're at, Misty. She would say, don't forget to get your sticker on CommonwealthPicker.com. So go to CommonwealthPicker.com and you can grab one there. There is a link in the video description, but just type in CommonwealthPicker.com and you'll find it. Thank you so much for the purchase. Here's an item that sold that my wife picked out at a garage sale. We were just kind of having fun late in the day. We decided to hit a few. We weren't really planning on it that day, but I'm like, yeah, what the heck. We'll go out and see if we can grab a few things. And she found these and she's like, I bet these still sell. I'm like, really? I would never pick these up. She was right. Donna White. And they don't have tremendous value, but they sold for $12 plus shipping. I'll take it. Thank you, Blue's Mama. Makes me wonder really quick if these are going to be first class or not. I'm just going to check. It's going to be close. Yep. It's going to go out first class. Just barely. Probably in the 8x6x4 box, which is a really awesome box. And I want to take a minute to say thank you to Stephanie, Brad, and Lori for buying plans for the Commonwealth Picker shipping table over there on CommonwealthPicker.com. Sold some docks, size 9 docks. And these are the kind of docks you could probably get around $50 for if you took the time to do what it takes to clean them and do the right pictures and whatnot. But we didn't. We just listed them as they were and I got $30 plus shipping. Turner, you had a couple of Homeschool Hustler sales today. I like that shirt. Thanks. I only paused for pizza and baseball. Today. You went to batting cages today, didn't you? Yeah. Did you get a Baja Blast while you're out there?
No, I got a slushie from 7-Eleven.
Oh, wow. It's cheaper. It's better anyway. All right. This right here sold to Santiago. And it's, who are these folks right here? You know who these folks are?
Bart and
Lisa. That's right. I used to watch them when I was a little guy. These are from 1990, actually. I was 13 when these came out. And he was a skateboarder and she played saxophone. So it's pretty appropriate right there. And Santiago bought him and he said, you know what? He told us to never stop making these videos. He loves them so much, helping the part-time flippers out, he said. So, and he sold a Bart as well. And yeah. $4.95 plus shipping and $14.95 plus shipping. Just enough money for you to do what?
Save $1, spend $1, and donate $1.
See you later, bud. Sold 2 ET earrings, Gertie and the flower one. $7 plus shipping each. And one went to a viewer, Cass. My niece will be beyond thrilled to receive the vintage ET earrings. She's 3 years old, and every time we leave, she must do the ET finger touch thing to say goodbye. I just recently started watching your channel, and I look forward to watching more of your videos in the future with my chickens in the wood shop. Really? I like the chickens, but they gotta stay outside. I mean, wood shop, whatever, you know. Thanks for your time. Have a great day. Thank you. We do appreciate it very, very much. Another first-time buyer, it looks like. That's awesome. Thanks. Speaking of things I love to sell that some people laugh at me for, and that's all right. A couple of pieces of Tupperware. That one right there sold for $9 plus shipping. I paid a quarter for it, or 50 cents. I can't remember what I paid for it. Down at 301. Not much. And this one, that lid right there, sold for $10. I think plus shipping. I have to check. But either way, it's still pretty good. I'll take it. know, I'm into these for, 50 cents max. It was $10 plus shipping. This one headed out to Teresa, and she says, happy to buy some Tupperware from my favorite YouTube family. Be sure to give me a shout out. Well, there you go, Teresa. There is your shout out. I appreciate it. At least you didn't do what a lot of people are doing lately, which is asking me to sign the Tupperware, which is good because that one's got those ridges. Kind of tough to sign. Thanks, Teresa. Next sale is pretty cool. It's an old hat, but it's not the typical hat you see me sell. It's a really old hat. And I'm glad I sent it out of here. There's just a few of these. We've sold a couple. I think it's this one, Knox. Pretty cool looking old hat right there. Some fancy gentleman gonna wear that thing. And it didn't sell for much, but it sold. Look at it, still got the tag in it. Pretty cool. That one sold for $10 plus shipping. I think so. What it sold for. I got a visitor here, huh? We got a nice little visitor. No name. Pepper don't come in here no more. It's because I ran out of treats. Pepper's a bandwagoner. No name's the real deal. Sold, creative memories, way in the back. Embossed. This one was pretty good. 25 bucks. Plus shipping on that one. Not too bad. Take it. I hear Blue Ridge Mama out there too. I don't know what she's doing outside, but she's doing something. Guitar effects. Joshua, I think was the name. I'm not sure if you're Joseph. Sorry, I don't know if you're a viewer or not. The message just said thank you, so it could be a viewer, could not be a viewer. $15 plus shipping on that one. Here's an item. It's been in the Florida bin a long time. It's a little gauge for I guess a grill, propane for gas grills, RVs, boats with refill indicator. $15 plus shipping. Really quick thank you to Tanya, Thrifty Treasures. She's over here too. Just really awesome. OG yard sailor out there. Look at this. I buy one thing on a Whatnot auction right there for Reagan. And she sends me a ton of stuff. Really, really nice of you, Tanya. So I appreciate it. And I appreciate you very, very much. And this came from my bookkeeper and her husband. Actually, it came from her husband and my bookkeeper. I don't know how to say it. And it's, anyway, Rewilded Reselling. I hope I got that right. I think I got that right. And that's the YouTube channel. And they're over there on IG as well. And Ever Leslie Bookkeeping over there on Instagram as well. This is a really cool idea for folks that want to keep track of what they're buying for tax purposes. So, or for whatever purposes. This is good stuff. See, there it is right there. Rewilded Reselling. Thank you all so much. All right. Hard to do, but I sold an Angel shirt. Majestic, great brand name. Not a whole lot of money in these. I think $9 bucks maybe plus shipping. But this one was a good sale. It's an old barn jacket, and it's got the plaid inside. Well, I don't know, you can see it, right? Old polo right there in great condition, double XL. Paid $5 bucks, sold for $75 plus shipping. I think that was our best sale of the day. 75 bucks plus shipping. The Animan's a close second. There you go, right? Oh, can't see it. Let me block this out. What the heck? Well, I'll tell you what it is. Salon Direct is a bad buy at a sale. I didn't pay much. We're selling for $5 bucks plus shipping, so we're making a little bit. And some Time Wise Bronze 4 sold for $10 plus shipping. Hey, I've got a couple more sales too that just came in, but we're going to ship them out later. Matter of fact, I've got 9 sales. Well, we're going to ship them out tomorrow, and this has been a ton of sales with not a huge amount of gross sales, $820.99, but still pretty good because the profit margin is crazy good. We didn't spend, I think probably that jacket, $5 jacket, was the most we spent on any item today. So pretty darn happy with that. Love those sales. I'm going to do them forever. I like those big high price ones too, don't get me wrong. But I'll take it for sure. Hey, I'm going to end the show from in here. You guys are amazing. Garage Sale Nation, if you haven't already, I think by this time we will have rolled out our map that shows all the highway sales. Well, maybe not all of them yet, but it will. We're going to keep adding and adding and adding. So go over there and check out Garage Sale Nation on Facebook if you haven't already. We appreciate you, and I can't wait to see you next.